Welcome to Fairytale Flip. My name is Vanessa Y. Rogers, and I am the hostess of Fabric of Folklore, where we unravel the mysteries of folklore. And I am pairing with Donna on this new podcast called Fairytale Flip, where we're really trying to dive deep into fairy tales. So very similar to what I'm doing on Fabric of Folklore, but really focusing in on one fairy tale at a time and looking at its historical context, its deeper meaning, its symbolizing what it symbolizes to the people and what it symbolizes today and what we can garner from it. So today we're going to be talking about The Singing Bone, which is a Grimm fairy tale, which most people are familiar with the Grimm fairy tales being very gruesome, and then this one is just as dark as you would expect a Grimm's fairy tale to be. I'm just going to give you a little summary at the beginning, and then I'm going to read it to you so that in a couple of weeks, when we are analyzing the story, you can contribute by giving us your questions, and we'll incorporate them into our discussion. So there's a wild boar that is ravaging, is that the right word? That's not the right word. Wreaking havoc. There is a wild boar who is wreaking havoc in a kingdom. And the king decides that someone needs to deal with this boar by either capturing it or killing it. And so two brothers, one young brother, one older brother, are from a poor family, decide that they are going to volunteer for this. And the older brother ends up being evil and taking the boar from the younger brother, who actually was able to slay the boar, and then marries the king's wife. However, in the end, it is a bit of a revenge story because it is discovered through the singing of the dead brother's bones that he was murdered by his elder brother. So I'm going to slightly read it and also try and tell it in a more interesting way, so that you're able to think about it and know it better, so that you get more out of it when we are discussing it on the podcast. So once upon a time, in a country far, far away, they had a very big problem: a wild boar. He was laying waste to the farmers' fields, he was killing cattle, and he ripped up people's bodies with his tusks. The king promised a large reward to anyone who would free the land of this boar, this plague. However, the beast was so big and so strong that no one dared to go near the forest where it lived. At last, the king declared that whoever could capture or kill the boar would win his daughter's hand in marriage. So, in the kingdom, there were two brothers from a very poor family, and they decided that they were willing to undertake this dangerous job so that they could marry better than their station. And the elder was crafty, and he was shrewd, and he was very prideful. The younger was innocent and simple, from a kind heart. The king said, "In order that you be the most sure of finding this beast, you must go into the forest from opposing sides." So the elder brother went on, and the younger brother went on the east side. So when the younger brother had gone a short way, a little man stepped up and appeared to him. He held in his hand a black spear. "I give you this spear because your heart is pure and good. With this, you can boldly attack the wild boar, and it will do you no harm." He thanked the man, shouldered the spear, and went on fearlessly. Before long, he saw the beast. It rushed at him. He held the spear towards it. In its blind fury, it ran so swiftly against him that the spear split his heart in two, the boar's heart in two. The younger brother took the monster on his back and went homewards with it to the king. He came out on the other side of the wood at the entrance, where there was a house of people having a good time. They were drinking and they were dancing. And that is where his elder brother had stayed, because he was feeling too scared to face the boar without drink, and so he decided he was going to drink until he felt brave enough to face the boar. When he saw his younger brother coming out of the wood, however, he felt incredibly envious. He called out to him, "Come in, dear brother, rest and refresh yourself with a cup of wine." The younger one, who never suspected evil, went in and told him about the good little man who had given him the spear with which he had been able to slay the boar. The elder brother kept him there until late in the evening, and they went away together. In the darkness, they came to a bridge over a brook. The elder brother let the younger brother go first, and when he was halfway across the bridge, he gave him such a blow from behind that the younger brother fell down dead, and he buried him underneath the bridge. The elder brother took the boar as if he had slain it and carried it to the king, pretending that he himself were the hunter. He received his reward and married the king's daughter. When his younger brother did not come back, he said, "Oh, I guess the boar must have killed him." And everybody believed it because the boar was very ferocious. Nothing remains hidden, however, and the black deed was to come to light. Years afterwards, a shepherd was driving his herd across a bridge. Lying in the sand beneath, he saw a snow-white little bone. Thinking that it would make a good mouthpiece for his horn, he clambered down, picked it up, and cut out of it a mouthpiece for his horn. When he blew through it for the first time, to his great astonishment, the bone began to sing of its own accord. "Ah, friend, you blow upon my bone. Long have I lain beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar, and took for his wife the king's young daughter." "What a wonderful horn!" the shepherd said. "It sings by itself. I must take it to the lord the king." When he came with it to the king, the horn again began to sing its little song. The king understood it all. He ordered the ground below the bridge to be dug up. The whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light. The wicked brother could not deny the deed. He was sewn up in a sack and drowned. But the bones of the murdered man was laid to rest in a beautiful tomb in the churchyard. And that is the end of the singing bones. So make sure that you comment down below any questions that you came up, any thoughts that came up as you were reading it. Do you feel like this story has more historical context that you're not grasping? Or what are your initial thoughts? Where does your mind go? We want to hear from you because we want this podcast to really be one that we're engaging with the audience. We want you to be able to contribute to our conversation. So comment down below. And if you are enjoying this podcast, make sure you hit like and subscribe so that you get notifications when our podcast drops on Fridays, once a month. So thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you at Fairytale Flip.